Hey guys, Slimber here, and some fucking how, I ended up at goddamn Disneyland. Yes, because that makes some fucking what the fuck, and my arms are disappearing. This is definitely not a really shitty green screen I'm using. No, I'm at goddamn Disneyland, guys. Anyways, today we're gonna do a video on my old nemesis, PragerU. Now look, PragerU, I may have been gone for a couple months. You may have found a new nemesis called the Gravel Institute. But look, man, you can never forget our hatred for each other. Can you? Come on. Give me one more kiss, PragerU. Out of hate. Well, fuck out of hate. Anyways, let's get right into this, shall we?
I wouldn't be caught dead at a Donald Trump rally. I mean, come on. I've given money to Bernie. And yet there I was, February 2020, listening to the President of the United States address a crowd of 11,000 supporters.
I don't think you were a very big Bernie supporter if it took like, what, fucking 4 or 5 months for you to get on a PragerU video, dude.
How in the world did that happen? Well, it all started with knitting. I knit to relax, to escape the drama of real life. But like almost everything nowadays, even knitting has become political, to the point that only those with politically correct views are welcome in the online knitting forums.
Hi, I just knitted my Black Lives Matter shirt. You see, it's Spider-Man, but it's black for Black Lives Matter. And look, I just knitted some goddamn Doritos. Oh yeah, they're green. That would explain why they look like this.
You think I'm kidding. I wish I were. But I'm not. The online knitting mob is real. And like all mobs, it's mean.
Look, I'm just gonna start cropping myself so it looks better. But goddamn, there's no mobs I'm scared of more besides the Bernie Bros, the Nazis, and that goddamn knitting mob.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! I hate you!
That always made me uncomfortable. The insults and the name-calling. But
guys, I can't deal with your insulting and name-calling of Donald Trump. So you know what? I'm gonna go really support that guy who insults and name-calls. Okay, guys? Okay?
I despised those knuckle-dragging Republicans as much as the next knitter. So despite my discomfort, I never gave it much thought. Truth is, I'm more interested in mastering a 3-needle bind-off than discussing immigration policy. But the knitting mob wouldn't drop it. It became a fixation, a daily litany of how horrible the president and his followers were.
Hey guys, check out my new shirt I knitted. Also, fuck you, Karen, and your shitty little fucking racist ass MAGA beanie you fucking knitted. You racist fucking bitch. Fuck you, Karen. Fuck you.
It started to bug me. All I wanted to do was knit. But then I began to wonder, could those Trump supporters, some of whom were literally my neighbors, really be as irredeemable as they said?
I mean, probably not. I know some. They're not all horrible fucking people. They might have stupid fucking opinions, but they're not all horrible people. Don't get me wrong, there are the ones that are like neo-Nazis and KKK members who like fucking think like, you know, Hitler was a great dude and they think Trump's gonna be the next Hitler and they love it. And then when they think, you know, when Trump says shit like, stay by and stand back, or some bullshit about Proud Boys, you know, obviously they're like, oh, okay, we'll do so. But yeah, not all of them are like that, obviously. And I mean, that's kind of like a shitty way to look at things, you know. Several of them are pretty fucking brainwashed, I'll admit. Several of them may ignore that, which is still problematic, but it's not as bad as, you know, them actually being that way. But yeah, I mean, they're not all racist as Trump is. They're not all believing that the Mexicans are coming to rape their women.
I assumed the answer was yes, but I had to find out. And that is how I came to be at a rally for the president on the eve of the New Hampshire primary. My friends urged me not to go. They feared for my safety. One offered me her pepper spray for protection. I declined, but I won't pretend I wasn't nervous.
Are they really that fucking dangerous? Like, don't get me wrong, I've heard of some bad shit happening. But I assume as long as you don't go make a fucking scene, you're probably going to be fine. Like, don't get me wrong, when that one dude pushed, I think, what did they, like, push the fucking kid in the wheelchair over or something like that? Like, yeah, that was pretty fucking shitty of them. The kid was making a scene, so obviously, he got fucked with. He shouldn't have been fucked with, but there's an explanation as to what happened. So I assume as long as you weren't making a scene, it wouldn't be dangerous. Would it? I wouldn't assume it would be dangerous. They would just think you're one of them, essentially.
I had no idea what to expect. I arrived 4 hours early. The line outside the arena was already a mile long. At first, I said nothing to those around me. I didn't want to provoke a scene. But then, as people are wont to do when stuck in a long line, we started to chat. First pleasantries, and then to more serious topics. And here's what I discovered. These people were so nice. No one harassed me, no one intimidated me, no one threatened me. In fact, when I mentioned I was a Democrat, their response was invariably a smile and welcome.
Look, I'm just gonna say this. I think that's bullshit. Don't get me wrong, I already said I don't think all Trump supporters are bad. I'm sure there were a few that were like, welcome. But I guarantee there was at least one or two that was like, why are you here then? Like I said, it's not all of them, I doubt. I don't think it was all of them. But I don't believe that every single one of them was like, oh yeah, welcome, after you told them that. I really don't. And that's because of the turmoil in this country. Just like I think if you went to a Biden rally and you're like, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, they wouldn't all be like, oh, well, you know, welcome to the rally, you know. I mean, sure, I'm sure they could fucking agree with you on a lot of fucking things because Biden and Trump really aren't that fucking different. Or, you know, let's just say a Bernie rally. Let's say you go there. I'm sure not all of them. Now, if you say former, they might be like, some of them might be like, oh, fuck you still. But you might still get a little bit majority like, okay, well, you know, at least you switch sides, welcome. But yeah, like, Trump, no matter what fucking rally you go to, that's just not, at least in 2020, that's just bullshit. You can smell this bullshit from a mile away. I don't know how anybody could believe this.
These were decent, hardworking people from every walk of life. Electricians, lawyers, school teachers, small business owners, veterans. I might question some of the policies they supported. They were only too happy to debate me. But I couldn't question their good intentions or decency. Inside, the atmosphere was electric, more like a rock concert than a political event. People were dancing and having a fantastic time. They were actually enjoying themselves. As it happens, 2 days earlier, I had been in this same arena for a Democratic Party rally. The contrast was stark. Whereas the event for the president was full of optimism and enthusiasm, the Democrats' event was all doom and gloom.
I mean, I'm sure it was. Other than fucking Bernie's, they were never really that exciting. They were like really small and were just like, Trump is bad. Trump is really bad. I mean, I guess Tulsi's was kind of like a mix between that, where they were just small and it was cool. Whereas, yeah, Bernie's they were kind of big like Trump's, and they were just, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get this done. This needs to be done. This needs to be on. And they weren't really as much doom and gloom. It was like, this is what we're going to get done for the future.
The country was racked with racism, sexism, and xenophobia. At the Trump event, the participants were bursting with national pride. Of course, the president touted his achievements, especially the economy, and attacked his opponents. But I was surprised how funny he was, and his energy never flagged.
I was surprised how funny he was, dude. I heard him in his fucking Sudafed fueled rant say, Elizabeth Warren, more like Pocahontas. I just fucking died. Oh my god, I almost died. I almost died of fucking AIDS. I'll give you credit though. Sometimes the guy can be funny. Like when he fucking says shit like, what was it? The Trump, there was rumors about him wanting to buy out Greenland, and he posted the picture with Trump Tower photoshopped onto Greenland. He's like, I promise I won't do this to you, Greenland, with my shitty Trump impersonation. Like, that was pretty fucking funny. I'll give you that. But, like, yeah, the dude's not that fucking funny. And even when he is, he's not funny because, like, he made a joke. He's funny because he's kind of serious about the shit he says. Like, when he was going at it with Kim Jong-un, although, like, hey, we were a little scared of nuclear annihilation. Did I say nuclear? Did I say nuclear right? Because I think I said nuclear. But nuclear annihilation, the shit he was saying was still pretty fucking funny about Kim Jong-un. Calling him, like, fat and short and shit like that. That was kind of funny. I'll give you that.
He seemed to be enjoying the event every bit as much as his audience. Here's something else that surprised me. While the crowd had obvious affection for the country's chief executive, there was nothing slavish or mindless about it.
What do you mean there's nothing mindless about them? Dude, literally anything he says, they will fucking cheer. Like, if he just said, after attacking socialism, was like, we're going to institute universal health care. His supporters would be like, woohoo, yeah, Mountain Dew and chewing tobacco, yeah! Like, they would love it. The perfect example of this is when he nominated that fucking judge. After, like, a year or so, don't get me wrong, I can't stand Hillary Clinton. I think she's corrupt as shit. But, like, a year or so of them saying, a woman can't be president, what if she gets on her fucking period? They saw him nominate fucking that woman as a judge, and they're all like, woohoo, yeah!
These people were not stupid, not brainwashed, and, as far as I could tell, not racist, sexist, or phobic anything.
Look, am I going to say that all Trump supporters are stupid, racist, blah, 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 blah? No. I am going to say that not all of them are. Not all of them are racist, and all the other shit you listed there are brainwashed. Now, however, about maybe half of them are stupid. You know, the ones that think he's actually going to fight for them and isn't just going to, make billionaires richer because, he's a fucking billionaire. Oh, fuck. Just like a Bloomberg supporter, they're pretty fucking stupid.
So, did going to a Trump rally change me? Well, my values are the same, but my perspective is different. I'll even say the experience made me a better person. I learned that the people who come to these rallies aren't there because they hate anybody. They're there because they love America. Somewhere between Pearl 1, Knit 2, I had lost that love. Now I have it again, and I'm grateful.
All we gotta do is kick out the Mexicans, and I will love America again. It'll be fucking perfect. It'll be as sexy as my daughter.
The rally also reminded me that we are a people. Yes, we have fierce disagreements on how to solve our problems. But those who differ with us are not evil. Thinking that they are, that's the problem.
No, they aren't bad people. They aren't at all, except, like the racist ones and the xenophobic ones. I guess those ones are bad people, yeah. But the ones that, were just in a shitty scenario. They're poor, they lost their job as due to corporate fucking power and shit. They're not bad people. They're just stupid, and they believe anything they'll hear that sounds like it'll help, instead of looking into whether it'll actually help. Instead of supporting somebody who's going to stop all these issues, they instead support somebody who's funded by the people who created NAFTA, who's funded by all the things he says he's going to stop. Like, dude, come on.
That's what's tearing us apart. I refuse to add to the divisiveness any longer. I refuse to hate people I don't know simply because I don't like the way they vote. I invite you to join me. Let's make America civil again. If we can do that, we'll all win.
Do I agree with the message that, hey, we shouldn't be hateful of people with different beliefs? Yes, I agree. Depending on those beliefs, obviously you shouldn't be cool with, like, a fucking literal Nazi. However, I am going to tell them they're fucking retarded when they present me with retarded opinions. I'm going to tell them that opinion is fucking retarded. And I'm going to explain exactly why I think their opinion is retarded when they present me with a retarded opinion. I can't speak apparently today because I keep fucking stuttering for some fucking reason. Anyways, guys, leave a fucking dislike and call me an uncivil piece of shit. leave a fucking like or whatever and be like, hey, fuck Disneyland. Why are you at Disney, you fucking hypocritical piece of shit? Leave a fucking comment and be like, hey, fuck you, bitch. And, yeah, Slimber out.